I think there's a level of mixed emotions, and understandable mixed emotions, because at one level, of course, this is a very historic moment, comparable with the closure of the frontier, of other significant, the opening of the frontier in 82 and 85. So it is very significant in those terms. But of course, it's mixed with understandable concerns that people have about security, about business, about people's rights, about seeing Spanish police officers at the airports, Then you've got the concerns that we expressed yesterday about the Concordat actually falling short of our expectations, and that has a real effect, could have a real effect on the decision-making of the Gibraltar government and the consent of the people of Gibraltar. So it's a day that you put it all together, and of course, understandably, it's history in the making, but also mixed emotions. You saw the scenes last night, some positive, some less positive. I mean, we all saw them, and so I think those things will hopefully die down. And we need to make this treaty now work for the people of Gibraltar.
And of course, you've mentioned the Concordat, where your strongest criticism was reserved for that. You've said it falls short as it allows for exceptional circumstances where the UK could diverge from the Gibraltar view. Was a caveat like this not expected to some extent?
Well, not really. I mean, look, we can all dance around the language, but certainly in a previous version of the Concordat that I saw, that language was not there. That language was in the most recent version of the Concordat that I saw only about a week ago. I expressed my very serious misgivings to the Chief Minister on it, and I said yesterday that the Stephen Doughty letter goes some way to provide those assurances. Of course, it's not in the body of the Concordat. I'd like to see it there. I'd like to see better language in the Concordat giving clearer commitments to the government of Gibraltar, to the people of Gibraltar, because fundamentally I believe that every issue under the treaty affects the people of Gibraltar, and every issue, therefore, and every decision must carry the consent of the government of the day of the people of Gibraltar.
And just on a sort of personal and social level, we've seen momentous scenes here today. What does it signify to have? I mean, the Spanish Premier has come to the border. We've seen the gates come down. I mean, quite a momentous day just on a personal level, I imagine.
Yes, I mean, I think it is significant. Look, as a referendum baby, where I lived the frontier closure, when I went to university, the frontier had just opened for vehicular traffic in 85, so certainly this is historic. It is historic that it's not the first time that a Spanish minister comes to Gibraltar, but it's certainly because we've seen foreign ministers.
That might be the crane that took down the gates that's just gone past us.
It might be very noisy as well. We've seen foreign ministers before. We've not seen a Spanish prime minister. I think his words today are very good. I think that as the dust settles, I think what the best that we can hope for is to make sure that any aspects of friction die down and that we build trust and confidence, because it is only building trust and confidence over a period of time that we will believe that we have turned the page and have a new relationship. This is an opportunity for a new relationship. Today is not the new relationship. We will judge whether we have had and achieved a new relationship with the passage of time.
And what will the GSD be seeking in the days to come?
Well, look, in the days to come, what we will be doing is doing our work in the opposition. So we will be raising issues of concern. If issues of concern arise as a result of the treaty, we will be doing our work. We're going back to the budget tomorrow in Parliament, and we still have a very active session of Parliament to go right through to the summer recess at the end of July. And we will carry on our work. We will monitor how the treaty works, and in future, if we have the privilege of being elected to be the government of Gibraltar at the next election, we will make sure this treaty works for the people.